Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the vault. Trust Christian, own nothing, control everything. Just want to thank you for tuning in live, listening to replay. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in the replay. This is the vault, episode 687. How to use AI in your trust. Definitely excited and thankful for everybody listening to this episode. Definitely wanted to do this episode as we're almost 2 years into a public release of artificial intelligence, kind of like late 23, maybe 22, but more 23. And just really want to talk about that and trust. We got a bunch of trustees that have gone through in the past 2 years, and so we've talked about this with trustees, and so we're ready to put the message out because it's just one of those things where families are, craving that information. They want to know about that. They want to know about trust. They want to know how to use the AI. So we're going to talk about that today in this particular episode. This is the Vault. Trust Christian, know nothing, control everything. 687. How to use AI in your trust. A lot of trustees know we wouldn't necessarily say you're a trust, but it's for, marketing purposes. And so let's just hop straight into it. A lot of trustees, they are not keeping good minutes inside of the minute of the trust. And so one of the ways that you can use artificial intelligence, a lot of people they may say, "Oh, well, is artificial intelligence private?" First of all, you can go into the privacy settings and alrighty, so you can go into the privacy settings, and once you go into the privacy settings, you can set it to where it doesn't share information with the public market. You can let them know that you don't want to use the data that you have in your feeds to for public markets. Now, somebody could say, "Oh man, well, how's it private? Trust Christian Vault if it's on the public World Wide Web and I'm doing minutes." All you gotta do is use a pseudo name for it to create the minute. It can create the minute template. That's something that we work with trustees so far as it can create minute templates. A lot of trustees they try to say, "Oh, I read this book, I read that book," but then they don't use the artificial intelligence to come up with minute templates for themselves. They don't give it a template to say, "Hey, use this template and then plug in this information that I need you to plug it in." Second of all, that's just where we're gonna stick with that one. So when it comes to utilizing the AI, like the first thing you want to do is have it recording your meetings. It's your secretary for the meeting. It's just something that you're not going to be able to outperform, something that is not going to miss anything because of its memory. So, sure, artificial intelligence does shorthand things at times, but it also does its best to interpret it literally, and then it shorthands it possibly. So, that's something that you want to look out for is if it does shorthand it, but the focus is for the recording to be present. So you're having meetings and you can record the meetings. We've set in the meetings with trustees currently. We sit in meetings with trustees that are currently utilizing the AI tools that we talk to them about. Once again, we're not here to promote one specific AI tool. We're just here to talk about overall AI tools that you can use. Some of them for email, some of them for conversations. A lot of people know the popular ones. And so you will have to play around with them. Of course, every AI tool is not the same for every thing that you need it for. They're just tools. So, yeah, one trustee say, "Oh yeah, there's something that came out that said people not getting smarter." It's like, first of all, it's a tool. It's going to make people smarter. The tool doesn't come with an instruction manual. That's how you know it's made for smart people. It just doesn't come with an instruction manual. Where's the instruction manual? Is it something you go in and you learn how to do? Appreciate Mississippi for tuning in live, listening, replay. Always appreciate Mississippi for tuning in live, listening, replay. So you're utilizing the AI for your secretary, your virtual secretary. It may create shorthand notes for people. It takes notes when others don't when others are on the line and they're not able to take the notes. So it codes it. It gives short notes. It gives highlight points. Those are things that you can benefit from. A lot of these programs are free, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of people say, "Oh man, it's free." That's fair, but we definitely encourage trustees. We'll get to that point where we do encourage trustees to pay for the Chat GPT version, just because you're going to have access to the web and you're not utilizing it to its full capacity. You're limited on what you can do. Like some people just want to go get a Honda, and some people actually want a Ferrari. Some people want to get to their destination faster. Some people want a little bit more aesthetically pleasing touch to it. And that's what paying for that version actually does. So we're not here to promote the platform or anything of that nature publicly or privately. What we are saying is it has some value and it's something that you can utilize, so we encourage it. Once again, it's definitely to pay for it. Put your money where your mouth is. You get more access to the platform. Once again, just cut the platform off. Go into the settings, cut it off, or it's sharing with the information that you give to the network to grow. So that's maybe the disadvantage, but at least you don't have the information public. Some people may say that, and if you do, it's coded out with the name. It's private. It's not the same. So that's kind of how that goes. So you got AI. Some people use AI for, emails. Some people are utilizing it for various different correspondences or correspondences in general. And then once again, they utilize it for a secretary. Well, so let's just say we're sitting in a trust meeting with trustees, and trustees are like, "Hey, how do I title over my estate to my children?" Okay, well, you can start talking to the AI and giving it directives if it's as if it was a will. But so many trustees, they just not utilizing the tool. They're making it hard. You got AI, they not making it easier on themselves. You got to talk to the tool and tell it, okay, hey, we just had a meeting. This is what we talked about. Put it in a memo format. Put it in trust minute format. Where it puts the title, where it puts the header, where it puts the footer. These are the things that you're thinking about as a trustee instead of being scared of this stuff. Talking about, oh yeah, well it's artificial intelligence. Okay, what does that mean? It's supposed to help you, not make you scared of it. But partially, once again, it's made for sophisticated players. Why? Because it doesn't come with an instruction manual. Where you gonna get the instructions for? You gonna go to the tutorial? It's just like the rest of this technology tool stuff. Oh man, I need to use artificial intelligence. Yeah, you do. Why? Because you needed to record the meetings, and then you need perfect ears, and that's why. That's the first initial step. So it's definitely gonna be your copyright as far as the trust minutes go. Think about how powerful that is. There's no mistrust minutes now. Everything's trust minute up. Everything's trust minute. It's accountable and it's there for history, for your family estate, for them to go back and see, okay, this is what we stated. Sure, you put it in a written format by speaking it into the platform or whatever, but you utilize the platform. Written form. You have to utilize the platform so it can write it in written form. It takes what you said literally. But that's the case. Now you got something that you can speak into of what you needed to do for the family estate. Hey, I need you to create a minute for this. Hey, I need you to search the web and I need you to find how, not necessarily how to transfer a property, but I need the minute for that, or I need the document, or I need detailed information about how to talk to a lawyer. Another thing is, this is based off of prompting. So you got to prompt it to do what you needed to do. Hey, I need you to talk like a lawyer and think like a lawyer, and specifically from this state. And I want you to search the best lawyer in this area and find out how they would respond to me by me asking this question. So once again, you could say many things to this thing. Hey, I want you to now start recording minutes as if I'm speaking back 100 years, and I'm actually talking to a great grandchildren or some great grandchild or something of that nature. But people scared of it. So the question is, are you going to use AI in your family estate? That's what it comes down to. Oh, I want to use it for recipes, or I want to use it for learn how to work out and get these great workouts. Okay, well, this is for your family estate. It's recording the meetings. It's giving you the cliff notes. It's giving you the notes. You can take it. You can download it. You have it for record keeping now. It's smarter, so it can give you the short notes. It can also record the action steps. The action steps you give to the family. Okay, at family, you weren't on the call, but guess what? Here's the short notes. Here's the action steps from what we came up with on the call. It sets the standard of recordation. So we definitely encourage trustees to go and go. When they talk about like, oh, what platform should I use? ChatGPT, the paid version, we could make money off already referring people to it, but we will refer you to it because, once again, it's one of those things. It's not an expensive product, and it's something if you're utilizing it, ladies and gentlemen, you want to use it to the full capacity. You want to start talking to it as if it's your successor trustee. That's the mentality you gotta have. Oh no, trust Christian. Oh, I'm too lazy. Because the senior trustees, they understand you have your successor now that you will be talking to. You talk to your successor, you pick up your phone, you talk to the successor, you talk to the AI tool, you just record. Hey successor, I want you to know this. Hey successor, I want you to talk like this. Hey successor, I want you to move like this. Hey successor. That's what you do. You train your successor. That's your AI tool. That's what's going to train your successor. So it's no, oh man, I didn't hear everything. No, the AI heard everything you said. But it is one of those things you do got to train the AI. You got to program the AI. So it's more to it than just telling it one time and it remembers your life story. It's not like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just to be very clear with y'all, what's wrong with people? What's wrong with humans? The AI tool does not remember everything. It's just like you. You say, oh no, there's no way it remember. First of all, it's unreal. That's why if people say it's going to take over, it should get to a point, but it's not creative. It just takes in data and assimilates the data. And sure, if some people could make another argument and it's going to learn and blah, blah, okay. But once again, we're in it, we're utilizing it. It doesn't remember everything. So it's not, you're trying to convince us. We're aware, we're utilizing the tool. It doesn't remember everything. You have to program it. You could come to it one time, come to it the next day. You might have to tell it the same command, to tell it to talk a certain way, to tell it to remember minutes and meetings this way. You got to prompt it. It's once again, that comes from utilizing the paid version. Oh man, Trust Christian. Well, I got to use it. Exactly. You have to utilize it just like you're using your cell phone. You got to utilize it. You got to utilize it, and it's got to be something where you're always talking to it and commanding it and telling it to remember certain things so you can get the job done. It's just that simple. Oh man, I gotta remember. I gotta pick this thing. I gotta get used to this. Oh really? You're right. You gotta get on the ball with programming your successor. That's it. Why is it so challenging? I never did it before. I didn't know that I was gonna have. I didn't know I was gonna talk to an artificial intelligent being for my successorship. So, but if somebody gave you all a computer to do it, which doesn't take days off, that won't make excuses, it's just going to do the work. That's why you're going to program it. That's why. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't call in sick. It's going to do what you need it to do. A lot of people are doing transactions through the computer. It's only going to get more sophisticated. It might be a virtual assistant where it could pay bills for the family estate, right? But you could also program it to where you put certain metrics in place to where when it hits those metrics, it just doesn't pay the bill. These are things you got to do to program the AI. You can't just sit here and say, oh, well, the AI is going to get it. No, you have to think for the AI. You got to program the AI. You have to program risk management. You have to program habit patterns and things of that nature. You have to program it. We keep saying this. So that's where it leads us back. It leads us back to trustee training. Are you in trustee training? Are you being trained so you can train your successor? Are you talking to your successor on a daily basis? Are you telling your successor your daily habits? Hey, successor, this is a minute today. This is what I did in trusteeship. You want to know why you ain't reporting nothing to your successor? Because you don't have nothing to report. But when you have something to report, it's important to utilize the tool because now it's actually keeping proper record as opposed to a half of a record by you giving it to someone else. It's an accurate record, or fairly accurate, probably one of more accurate. Christian at trustchristian.com for trustee training. Christian at trustchristian.com for trustee training. Once again, that is Christian at trustchristian.com. Look forward to hearing from y'all at the vault. We've had meetings, we've done consultations recently. We have trustees that are enrolled, and we look forward to hearing from trustees, and right now we're going through a transition, so we just look forward to these trustees that are actually through the program utilizing AI at all levels, whether that's trust, whether that's foundation, utilizing it for a successor and going forward from there. Look forward to hearing from you all. Peace and joy.